They want us to blame immigrants so we don't blame billionaires and politicians.
The cucumber accents the water in such a way that...
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Short and Stone here, but if you're new, you can call me Kelly. I'm a cannabis advocate, medical patient, solventless foods entrepreneur. And on today's episode, we're going to be having an honest conversation on the LA protests and propaganda. If you didn't know, I moved to LA last month. I actually moved to one of the safest neighborhoods in the whole country, Glendale, California. And ironically, it is over 50% immigrants. With that being said, I'm sure you've seen on the news, on social media, the protests that have been going on in LA. I have been marching. I have marched for everything from BLM to women's reproductive rights to now ICE. And of course, I'm here to use my platform to help educate. And part of cannabis consumption is the community. And I'm here just to shed some light, bring some education, and talk to the community. And today's conversation topic at hand is, what is propaganda and how can you spot it? Because man, the propaganda circulating about these peaceful protests is insane. Steven and our family has been calling us, texting us, asking us if we're okay. And we're like, yeah, it is 110% peaceful here. Until military used weaponized force against unarmed and peaceful civilians. And if you don't see a problem with that, I'll say it again. It was 110% peaceful until military started using weapons on unarmed civilians, dancing and singing. That's what these protests were, where we were dancing and singing. I'm gonna take a rip before we get into this because I've been a bit heated about this, okay? Enjoy my Puffco Peak Pro because it's an LA-based brand. Gotta show some love, am I right? And I would be remiss if I stayed silent right now because if you didn't know, staying silent is taking the side of the oppressor, and I refuse to lick boots. They want to blame immigrants so we don't blame billionaires or them. Ironic, isn't it? Because ask yourself, MAGA, do you really have a problem with a person coming here illegally when you voted for a 34-time felon who's also a sexual predator? Filed for bankruptcy and committed fraud. He's not even allowed to do business in the state of New York anymore. Like, do you honestly care about people coming here illegally? Y'all, I'm touching on some feel good. You know that feel good, that good stuff, that iconic smiley face? They did a collab with Shop Hello Mary. Check the pinned comment. SNS saves 10% on feel good. Look, I also got Banana OG too, but we're gonna go on Cherry Moya because I'm feeling spicy today. All right, let's talk about what even is propaganda because it's come to my attention they don't teach in school what even is propaganda, and I think that is for a reason, so we fall for it. Because once you know what propaganda is, it is so much easier to spot it. So propaganda is biased or misleading information. Cheers. It is not news. It is used to push one agenda only. And you most commonly see this at the hands of governments, politicians, media, and corporations. The taglines are emotional and often too overly simplify a topic that you don't even know what the real story is. It is distorting the truth to manipulate what the reader thinks. There's a psychology behind this, guys. And people that make propaganda prey on human psychology. Most of the time, propaganda is meant to get you angry. Because guess what? Human psychology, angry and fearful people are easier to lead. And we can see that now with the media fear-mongering peaceful protesters, but also just fear-mongering the existence of immigrants. It's also beyond what is just said. It is also what is shown, what's left out, and what's repeated. Let's talk real freaking examples right now, y'all, okay? There is old footage recirculating with new lies. News outlets and even statements from the White House have been using footage that is over 5 years old, claiming that it is LA in its current state. Baby, this couldn't be farther from the freaking truth. Just so you were clear, that's not journalism, that's misdirection and propaganda. All right, so let's also talk optical illusions and media literacy. If you see 1,000 images burning of one car, newsflash, there's only one car on fire, not 1,000. It's a visual trick to create panic and paint us peaceful protesters as chaotic, out of control villains. But let's also talk skewed priorities. Media asks, why are their cars burning? Instead of, why are people burning cars? If your gut reaction is a burning car is more important than a family being ripped apart, you need to go touch grass, my friend. You need to go to therapy. Because it's people over profits. It is people over property. Because at the end of the day, if someone values property over people, that is just a telltale sign that propaganda has worked. And here's the truth. There's billions of dollars federally funded into our police forces. So why is one car burning that big of a deal anyways? One burned car is just a distraction from the billion-dollar system keeping people oppressed. And they must be held accountable. Let's do another one. Before I get into some technical terms. Let's talk about how propaganda is showing up right now. There's emotional manipulation at the forefront. Fear sells. The loudest images right now? Fires, arrests, chaos. Not the community, not the peace, not the purpose, not the dances, not the music, not the speakers. There are people going up and giving National Guard members flowers, waters, hot dogs. In some neighborhoods where own police officers have been hit by their own forces, community members and protesters are taking care of those officers. But does that make the light of day? No. As I said it before and I said it again, fearful and angry people are easier to lead. So they're going to show you images that provoke such. Y'all, all right, let's talk scapegoating. I was watching Love Island and Tell Me Why. I forget which character, but she was like, I'm not a scapegoat. Anywho, scapegoating. Let's watch how the blame shifts. It's immigrants. It's the agitators. It's young people. This keeps us from pointing fingers at who really is to benefit here from this unrest. Billionaires and the powerful institutions and corporations. And the politicians. They want us to blame immigrants, so we don't blame billionaires and politicians. And lastly, there's just words as weapons. Words like mobs, thugs, criminals, anarchists are all used to dehumanize real people who are demanding change and exercising their First Amendment right to peacefully protest and assemble. Remember the Boston Tea Party happened because a 1% increase in taxes. They'd be flipping their lid if they knew how much taxes we were paying now. But just a reminder, nobody was ever given rights by asking nicely. Martin Luther King was shot for this, demanding peace. We will always march and we will always continue. I will not stay silent. I will always use my privilege as a loud, young white lady to uplift those who are silenced right now. If you're not protesting, you can volunteer. If you can't volunteer, you can call. If you can't call, you can email. You can share actual honest news and from creators who are boots on the ground where it matters. There is always something we can do to help. Because right now, they want to split us apart and we need to come together. Power in the numbers, baby. The people united will never be divided. I'm just going to leave you on some tips for right now. If you're like me, probably feeling super overwhelmed every time I log on to social media. It's hard. The media plays on psychology. You need to remember that. These apps were built to retain your scroll time. The best thing you can do is just take a break. But again, when you're scrolling, you got to ask yourself, who is even benefiting from this? And cross-check videos. See when and where it was actually filmed, but also what news sources are circulating it and what they're saying. 3, look for what's missing. Are you seeing organizers? Are you hearing their demands? Pro tip, if a story feels like you're being a little misled or you don't feel fully informed, you're being played. But again, there's no harm in just turning the phone off. They want us distracted. They want us divided. We're not. The revolution is now. Stay curious, stay grounded, and use your voice. Loud and stoned, if you'd like. One last one, y'all. Peace. I love you. Stay safe. Stay informed and ask questions. I just hope when they start coming for your family, neighbors, and people, your community also fights back. If you're hip with it and you know or love someone that's an immigrant, throw this a thumbs up. My life's better because of immigrants, and I know yours is too. You're always one connection away from one. And hey, comment down below and share how you have been getting involved and staying informed properly. I'm still a smaller creator, so I can comment back to literally every single one of you. So you should try it out. Unless it's a dumb one right now. I will honestly just delete. It's not my job to fully educate you on the social political aspects of our country currently and all the past history. But hey, if you're new, you should subscribe. I normally don't post stuff like this. More of just casual educational videos and lifestyle. Maybe hit the bell icon so you never ever miss an upload. If you're curious about my type of content, my previous upload was a 9-month review of this thing, and my next video will be comparing all of the Dr. D devices, from the XS to the Switch. I upload full-length YouTube videos every Wednesday through Saturday at 2 p.m. PST, and I'm launching a Patreon July 10th with exclusive videos dropping Fridays and Sundays at noon PST. So I guess I'll be seeing you real soon. Peace. And if you didn't hear yet today, I hope you know that I appreciate you. Ice, man. Ice.